Cheer up, be happy. Why are you always so upset? Why your brain is wired for pessimism and what you can do about it. From an article in GQ by Clay Skipper, interviewing Dr. Martin Seligman. He's a psychologist and he's considered to be the founder of modern positive psychology. He said half the world is on a low positive affective spectrum. This happened over time because our species had to survive things over the years. For instance, during the Ice Age, if we were a type of Homo sapien that went out and said, oh, it's a beautiful day today, it's gonna be a beautiful day tomorrow, wham, we'd get killed by ice, or an animal would get you, or something. Whereas the members of our species that were more cautious and looked to potential danger and avoided it survived. Once you know that, you have a decision whether you want to embrace that and continue along that path or to change it a little bit. He says, what needs teaching because it doesn't come naturally is optimism. Dr. Seligman says our well-being can be broken down into 5 elements: positive emotion, engagement, relationships, meaning, and accomplishment. Achieving in those areas, we're gonna have a better outlook. I focus on a lot of these and I feel like I'm making a difference, and it is easier to be positive. He says when we look at pessimistic people, the most telling hallmark is that they think bad events are permanent and that they're unchangeable. So those 2 criteria remind me of the fixed mindset, the Carol Dweck's concept of fixed mindset versus growth mindset. This is a fixed mindset to me right there. People are static, you can't change, you can't do anything about it. It's kind of hopeless. It's kind of, yeah, that's sad if you think that way. Whereas growth mindset, you think, you know what, this is a learning situation. It's temporary. I can change, I can grow, I can learn, I can not fix it necessarily, but maneuver through it. And that's a growth mindset. And that's really what I'm trying to explore on this channel, is the growth mindset. That we can learn optimism through learned optimism. Learned optimism is all about recognizing what you say to yourself and then realistically arguing against it. Can you guess what another way to avoid pessimism is? It's staying in the moment, which is hard for us because our natural tendency is to plan for the future and to protect ourselves and to avoid danger and to stay safe. So we're always looking around and saying what could happen. It seems to me that to find that balance between having safety and enjoying the moment is where that sweet spot is. And he said he did meditation for 40 years and it did help him with his anxiety. He eventually realized he was depressed, and he said exercise was a great way to feel better from that, because depression is about demobilization, and what exercise does is that it mobilizes you. So take a moment and think about your own life, okay? What would you rate it on a scale of 1 to 10? 1 being terrible and 10 being fabulous. Now think about the world on the same scale. How would you rate the world overall on a scale of 1 to 10? First of all, what's yours, okay? And then what do you think the world is? They're not the same, are they? There's a big optimism gap between how people feel about their own lives and how they feel about the world in general. And that could be that we don't really have a lot of control of the world. He says on average, people feel about their own lives is on average a 6.5. And they feel about the world is a 4 out of 10. So that's a big difference. So to summarize, it's easy to be pessimistic. It's part of our DNA that helped us survive all these years. However, to survive the moment and then to enjoy it, that's where the magic is.
I feel good, you look great.
It's in our why your brain is wired for optimism. No, it's not. Why your brain is wired for pessimism. It's mired in pessimism. Oh my God. Negative. Why your brain, huh? Yeah. Why your brain is no. It's all about recognize that you're, So my thought is combine it. Take your pessimistic, practice your physical fitness, and you have to practice speaking sometimes because sometimes it's hard, but that's what we do. Okay. From myself to yourself, thank you for joining me on this journey.